that will be your security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one thing, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Side, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Side, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change, and thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. Remember, viewers, we are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Remember that, viewers. So, as we start off our program tonight, without any delay, Opposition Leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa have called on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to put the Paria diving tragedy victim families before personal friendship. The opposition leader said taxpayers funded this commissioner of inquiries and meaningful action must be taken, or else the Prime Minister will be guilty of the worst form of political hypocrisy in any way. Now, she added that the PM must put the country and the braved or bereaved family first, and his personal friendship with PNM friends and financiers second for once. Now, this is coming from the opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa. She also called for Energy Minister Stuart Young to be fired. Nothing he has done, the line minister for the company. Trinidad and Tobago. You're viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Call your friends, call your family, let them know we are going live presently. Now, just a little reminder. Remember, we are a licensed money lending company, viewers. I'm also a licensed money lender. You're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. We can do business with you as long as you have some form of collateral. House, land, gold, vehicle. We would love to do business with you. Number two, you're looking to make an investment. You want more return on your hard-earned cash? Well, contact our office, viewers. Remember, we are open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. It's a 3-story glass front building. There's a Realtor Group of Companies sign in front of our building. You can't miss it. And we are also at 32 Sipera Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. You will see a big Realtor Group of Companies sign in front of our building. Remember that, viewers. Also, I am looking for US currency to buy in Trinidad and Tobago. So you have US currency. You want to get the highest interest rate? Contact me, viewers, 339-1670. And we can do business. You have it in the bank, you want to transfer it to my company, it's not a problem. You have it in cash and you want to come in, we can make some arrangement. And business will be done. Also, just a reminder, well, you know, since I was out of the country for about almost a week, I have my record for sale, viewers. Those of you who are looking to go into a business, not that. Those of you who are looking to go into a business, viewers, and you want to go into the record business, that's a great one. You want to go into a record business, remember, we have a beautiful record for sale. Like I said, this record only transport my personal Benz, which is a car show Benz, specs for a car show. This particular record only transport that vehicle. So the Benz is nice, also the record is nice. Remember that, viewers? If you're looking to go into the wrecking service, you can contact me for this beautiful record to buy. I have not been promoting it much because I wasn't in the country for some time. But nevertheless, viewers, we have important things in our country. Oh, to deal with. Before I go further, Marlon, Andrews, you want to continue running and hiding? So I understand that you're hiding your vehicle. Now, since you decide you don't want to bring your vehicle and you don't want to, you want to do like, how do you want my name? You want to be like Narissa? Not a problem. Narissa, the parlor closed down. Narissa, the grass in front of your house, the grass in front of your house, I telling you on national television, I passed by you yesterday. It was closed. The grass in front of your house need cutting. Just imagine, Norris as a woman, you let down woman in Trinidad and Tobago. You let down your family. Now I'm going to tell you something. I have all rights to do so. No lawyer, no magistrate, nobody come to tell me, Said, you can't put her up on TV. No! That's why I just continue doing it. Never say a grass need cutting in front of your house. You feel like you know where you living? By the red house? Come now, man, Nerissa. I could pull up on you anytime. Anytime. But you know what I say? You see God work? You don't play with God work. I won't say when trouble hit you, trouble hit you by that technical way. And the only person who can reverse that is me. Trust me. So Marlon, if you want to be like Norissa, and you want to be highlighted in Trinidad and Tobago, it's not a problem, you know. Wait. It's not a problem. We're going on that road with you, you know. So the last talk I heard now is that you're hiding your vehicle. Is that true? Let me tell you something. Be a big man. Be a big man. You come here, borrow your money, you couldn't pay, don't hide your vehicle. Because let me tell you something, from now until you come by me, your name and picture will be on television. It will be a disgrace to you. It will be a disgrace to the children. It will be a disgrace to the wife. It will be a disgrace to the family. So to break that disgrace, you better bring your vehicle. Because you making it harder for you, you know. Because the longer you take to bring your vehicle, is the more you run it on national television. So we have a live program in the night and then they will run in the day. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago. That is how they want it. That is how Saieed will do it. Nevertheless. So we started our program tonight. So for those of you in Trinidad and Tobago who had experienced internet problem, since earlier today, the digital customers address across Central and South Trinidad have been without digital. Some may be mobile service, some may be internet, but nevertheless, digital in the whole was given problem today due to a fiber break. Technicians are on site to have service restored as soon as possible. So this is an advisory that digital put out today. Nevertheless, we're moving on our program tonight. It's a packed show tonight. It's Tuesday night. It's Tune It Up. And you know I love to tune it up. In defense of Police Commissioner Earl Haywood Christopher, criminologist Dr. Randy Sipasad has dismissed claims by retired Senior Superintendent Johnny Abraham that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is headless. Dr. Sipasad said there was an established leadership structure with Commissioner Haywood Christopher at the helm and the Deputy Commissioner in place. Listen, we go have a discussion after, you know. He also acknowledged a decrease in murder. A commended TTPS initiative including Project Grace and a community-based approach to addressing gangs. So let me start with the gangs. There have not been any changes in gangs activity in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 10 years. So Dr. Sipasad, I don't know where you're getting your information, because if you're living in Trinidad, I live in Caroni Savannah Road in Trinidad also. In Trinidad also. Because the number of gangs in Trinidad and their associates seems to be growing. But I don't know, you can't hear and you can't see. Apparently so. Apparently so. Because no gangs in Trinidad and Tobago are decreasing. They are increasing. So your figures, I have no idea where you get it from. Because if you get it from TTPS, I get in my info from TTPS also. You want Christopher some kind of friend or something? The first 100 days she didn't have a plan. You want to defend her? How long she in police service? How much 10 years? And you want to defend a woman, that particular woman, who in police service donkey years now. How did they pick her for commissioner? Which means she have to be high up in rank. So don't come and tell me to start with that it's not headless. Presently we headless. We headless. You know what making TTPS look good? You see the stations in the community? when the sergeant get information, or the superintendent get information and make the little raid, that is what making TGPS look good. Other than that, the commissioner of police for Trinidad and Tobago is clueless on how to fight it. Imagine when Meister come out on a video clip and said, defend your home at all cost, while Haywood Christopher is telling us, all to pray to God, we need a spiritual intervention. How long some of us praying for betterment in life and it ain't come as yet? Listen to this.
There is no leadership in the police service. And if the media pick it up and they want to chastise me, they could go ahead. I could stand up and say that anyway. And the reason for that is because some persons went and get elevated because of friendship, because of clique. Correct. I didn't want to use all those words. While I was on the ground fighting crime, they were studying. I used to lock down Central Division with 5 vehicles. 1 Centennial Junction, 1 by the roundabout Kearney, 1 Claxton by the fish market, 1 on the highway Claxton there. You can't come in from north, you can't come from south, you can't come from the east. No escape route. I had a walkie-talkie. People talk about micromanage. I used to micromanage every sergeant in my division. Morning, noon, and night. The thing about the whole police service now is that people afraid to take the challenge to the criminals.
I'm going to tell you something. I went home by this man's house and had discussions with this man already. I went home by his house down in Caparo. I went home by the man's house. We sat down and talked because I'm into security and intelligence, and he was a superintendent of police. We used to talk. The man talked highly about crime in Trinidad and Tobago. He even talked highly about real talk. But nevertheless, we good. And I will tell you something. That man had central luck, you know. Luck. You could walk in nobody's house, you know, because they know who he is and they come in to pick you up. That's how central was. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali has defended Commissioner Haywood Christopher against criticism by retired Senior Superintendent of the Central Division, Johnny Abraham, that the TNT Police Service was leaderless under Haywood Christopher. Okay, let me start with. First thing to start with. Before you become the Commissioner of Police, you have to be a high-ranking member of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service to start with. That's to start with. So which means you're not in the police service 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. That is to start with. Secondly, they choose you to become the Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago. Thirdly, you say by a few months' time, we will see a reduction. No problem. The months come and gone. You're extended. That extended period come and gone. And instead of decrease, it increase. Fourthly, the first 100 days to start with, you didn't have a plan. You in police service, X amount of years. They select you as the Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, and the first 100 days, you ain't know how to come up with a plan. Now, on an interview done on you, how do you place yourself? Successful. You were successful with no plan. You had a success in bringing no plan to the table. That is the success you had in your first 100 days. Now, the PM said he did not think it helps to shout out everything negative about the Commissioner of Police, as she needs our support. What support you need? What support? 3 months and 1 week, and you can't come up with one strategy? Oh, listen to this.
The Police Service Commission, independent body, will assist and identify to the Parliament to have someone hired as Commissioner of Police. Mightn't be your favorite, mightn't be his favorite, but the bottom line is that is the person who for a period of time is required to run the police service. I don't think it helps to try to get yourself in the news every night by shouting down everything negative about the Commissioner of Police. She needs our support. If it was a he needs our support, because the situation is that is the person that we've put there to do that job. And if that person is not going to get our assistance, and all the person gets is denigration from those, let me just say this, because I need to.
That man you just saw on television, he's also the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago. And he needs your support too. Support in what? Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago, firstly, they have the authority. Secondly, they have the money. Thirdly, they have the tools. 3 positive things that they have in hand presently. And fourthly, what they don't have is a plan on how to fix it. They have all the resources, they have the tools, and they're empowered to say, make it happen. But you know what? They do have a plan on how to say, make it happen. So the little bus, or the little bus, as we would say, the stations and then it's gone, is little intel they gather from people in the community. And they act accordingly. But leave it to Christopher. You see what we reach already? You see what we reach? But according to the Prime Minister, no, I am not against the Prime Minister. He is the Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago. The citizen of Trinidad and Tobago put that individual to govern the country. I do have a problem with that. That is my occupation from now on. That's not my problem. He governed in Trinidad. But when you have the portfolio and you're not acting in your portfolio, it becomes my problem. You know why? I am a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. And if crime hampers me, that is a problem. Because we have police service, we have security heads, we have Minister of National Security, we have a Commissioner of Police, and you go tell me crime. 3 powerful people in TDPS, and you go tell me crime still hampering me? It's sad. He also claimed it's people like that who have us where we are today. Hold on, Johnny Abraham retired from TTPS in 2015. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. 2021, 2022, 2023, we're in 2024. You know why you see my fingers? I want a little count. 9 years up the road. 9 years up the road. They want to blame Johnny. Listen to this.
Let me just say this, because I need to say it. When the Commissioner Earl Christopher finds herself being ridiculed on a political platform by Johnny Abraham, it rots my gut. Because I want to tell Mr. Abraham, he is not the only person who knows about crime and criminality in this country. And if I were him, I will shut my mouth. And I say no more for the moment, but I'll wait to say some more. It's people like that who have us where we are today. And it really is people like that who have us where we are today. Had we not had people like that in the police service, maybe we never would have been where we are today. So don't complain for me any solution. And tonight I will talk about the politicians who have us where we are today. And coming and telling you about they have solutions when you are part of the blasted problem.
Well, let's say the man get vexed. The man get vexed. The man don't know what to say again. So 9 years up the road, a man retired in 2015. 9 years up the road, you still blame the man for what we in today. Who is the Commissioner of Police? Who is the Minister of National Security? Who is the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago? Johnny Abraham? No. Shut up, you blasted mouth. Hey, let me tell you something. Prime Minister, you have all rights. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to me. The Prime Minister of this country have all rights to say what he wants on a political platform. Good. Me, Saieed Ali, being in the media with freedom of speech, not affiliated to any political party in our country, I could tell you, without going on a political platform, that the head of Trinidad and Tobago, who controls TTPS, Christopher Haywood, has no bloody hell plans for TTPS in our country when it comes to crime. Caller, good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saeed, you live in Shogunazar. I live in Shogunazar. We was on that Johnny Abraham and he was in Central Division. And everything the man said there was the truth.
Correct.
I ain't nothing the man said there was a lie. And the man just talking the truth and the fact.
Correct.
And if Rowley them can't handle it, that is up to him. But let me tell you something, right? The reason why this country going down the way it's going down right now, and I want to say this plain talk, real talk, I want to say it. Because the PNM have their friends, their families, and their financiers and state boards and in key positions.
Correct.
In the countryside, and they're not qualified for that position. They're just putting people there who can hush them out and let everything run however it run and want them money running. A country don't run like that. They have to put key people in key
Correct.
positions.
Yes, yes.
To get proper productivity out of the company or the corporation. You have to put people there who know what they do inside. Look at certain people, look at ministers, look at the president, look at everybody who rolling handpicked. Look at the people they married to, look at their brothers, their sisters, and look and see which state board they on, look and see which company they're running, who
True.
or what, and you gotta understand what is that say inside. We cannot fix this problem because the problem stemming from the government. And I want to find out something though. This $100 million, when Rowley get our money to pull out from our platform,
All of us, hey!
spend forth to go in these hotspot areas, which is PNM areas, to try and curb the crime. I'm trying to figure out where the money coming from to go into these places and help these people. I want to understand something here outside because let me tell you something, right? This country don't even have money to give public servants a proper raise. They don't have money to incentive the police to go out there and do their job. But you come with $100 million gimmick now to fool people in this area again. To say, yeah, well, you're going to help them with that crime. I want to find out something like is we have local government reform right now. Where my property tax going? My property tax going towards $100 million to them?
Correct.
I asked him a question here because I can't figure out what's going on here. Because people south of the Caribbean Bridge working hard, they're building their house, and they're sacrificing. I know you're coming and telling me we have to pay a tax to live in we house. And then there are certain people that are getting a house grant for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 from the housing ministry to go and refurbish their house. People getting gas card, people getting food card. I don't have a problem with that, you know. I don't have a problem with that, but look at the people. When last you see they build a swimming pool in a UNC area side, you tell me you live in Shogunazar. Tell me when last you see anybody put a swimming pool in Shogunazar for the people down here to come and learn to swim. No, they know they put it in Lavantil. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And Rowley need to understand that he's the Prime Minister for the whole country and not only for the PNM supporters. Because that is what we face with since 2015, we battling with this thing, you know. You understand what? They're building overpass, they're doing this, they're doing that, and all the road falling on past side. Tell me if I'm making sense. You tell man I drop low car. Tell me if you can drive it anyway, you know. Anyway, you enjoy your night ride.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, PM heads to Washington for talks on special vetted TTPS units. Our knife has only selected people. Right after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
So remember viewers, you are viewing Real Talk live on Synergy, Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. So just a reminder, those of you who are looking to go into another business, you're looking to go into a transport business or a wrecking business, remember, I have a beautiful wrecker for sale, viewers. You could contact me. You could do transport with it. You could do wrecking with it. It is up to you. You could even buy it to work in a company. The vehicle is in prestige condition, as I say. This wrecker only transport Real Talk Cashew Benz on this wrecker. This is a total no load for nobody. I built this wrecker personally for me. You understand? So if you're looking for a wrecker to go into the wrecking business or into the transporting business, you can contact me, viewers. So now, those of you who are viewers, still remember, I am buying. I am buying. And if you have a crash van or a vehicle you want to sell, not a problem. You can send me a photo, a photo on 267-7325. It's a WhatsApp number. And we'll see how best we can pay you the price that you are looking for on crash vehicles. So remember, viewers, very soon Real Talk Equipment Rental and Real Talk Financing and Investment will be in Guyana. Remember, I told you that we're branching out into the Caribbean now. God has blessed our company. We are on solid grounds and we are expanding. We are stretching hands. That's what we're doing. Business in other countries. That is what we are about. We are about growing. Yeah. Those of you who have spiritual problems, you can also contact me. Again, Marlon, we're looking for you. Well, not me, you know. But people looking for you. I hear you hiding in the car. Don't make it bad for yourself. Don't put your family through the stress. It has been a while that I didn't post up your picture because the directors, they say, well, don't say, let's give him a chance, let's see if he would come in. And I realized when you're coming in. So I decided to step up the game now. and start doing it my way. You want to be embarrassed? You want to hide your vehicle? Not a problem. Let Trinidad and Tobago know you're hiding your vehicle now. But like I say, you make it bad for yourself, not for me. Not for me. So as we start back our program tonight, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali has revealed that he is going to Washington on January 28th for discussions with U.S. officials on the special vetted unit regarding security and the problem of transitional guns. During a post-cabinet media briefing, Rowley noted that work has progressed with a special vetted unit. Listen to this.
We are working very closely with the United States authorities. As a matter of fact, a team from Trinidad and Tobago is leaving for Washington. I'm leading that team next on the 28th. We're going to the United States to have a 2-day session, a series of sessions with a number of United States officials who are important to us in matters of this and other nature. So a lot of work is going on with that. We are fortunate we have an ambassador who works very closely with us now and is very eager to help us over some hurdles. So we're happy with that. Within the police service, we are trying to strengthen the police service by ensuring that we have more and more people who are trustworthy, because that really is one of our problems. The criminals start off before the gun is fired on this race. They were ahead of the police in preparing to use the situation. And to catch up with them, you require trustworthiness in the police service, because information is one of the major tools in crime fighting.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, here they say, the PM said the government and its agency are not just sitting and watching criminals run riot, but they need information that generates evidence. Hold on, direct. Now, you want to spend $100 million and you want to put it in the hands of Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force. You want to bring back some retirees. And these retirees and them had information when they were members of DF. And they had information. What become out of that? They had information of gun runners, cocaine, marijuana, prostitution. What become of that? What? Nothing become of that. It continues. It continues. But it's the same men that you want to bring back now and hand power to their hand to fix what? Something that couldn't fix back then? Minister, get your act together. You see those that advising with $100 million, unless friends and families ain't getting contract day. All they're wasting time. Listen to this video.
Rest assured that the government and its agencies are not, as some conversations imply, just sitting there and watch the criminals run riot. We need information, because it is information that generates the evidence. And that evidence, if you don't have evidence, you could know something, or you think you know something. That's not good enough if you are going to move to a prosecutorial seat. You have to have evidence. And it is that which requires the use of these vetted units and the sharing of information. The US will share information with us if they believe that our personnel are trustworthy. And that is why some developments have been frowned upon.
Now listen this. He added, you see, all they want is information. 200 pages of information and 10 years gone. No drug dealer get hold. No gang member get hold. No prostitution is closed down. Guns, cocaine, marijuana continue to come in. But all you're doing is gathering 7 or 8 years now. PNM administration in power. They're gathering information. Nothing still happened. Nothing still happened. Why? He added that there are elements of local organized crime that are troubling to us. But work is being done to eradicate it. How long will it take? The next 100 years again? But you're wasting time. Listen to this.
We cooperate a lot because a lot of the negatives that come to us from outside. We don't make guns here, we don't make ammunition here. A lot of the human trafficking starts outside. we've had an uncomfortable number of instances of hardened criminals from abroad coming into Trinidad and Tobago. I can mention to you now, there are elements of local organized crime that is very troubling to us here. But we work at it to eradicate it without screaming. And we also have to bear in mind that when you apprehend people, they pass into another jurisdiction, the judiciary.
Just imagine, we have gang laws in Trinidad and Tobago and no gang members are being held. Imagine that. He's the head of the security for Trinidad and Tobago, but he had no information on no gang. While the former Attorney General knows about a number of gangs and gang leaders and where the gang they and who is the gang members. Imagine that. And the Attorney General know that, but the head of Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago, they know that. But they gathered information. Donkey years now. I believe Cop was talking in them days. Donkey go start to talk just now, and they still gathering information. Well, you think it easy, but Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. We ain't getting better no time soon. I am a businessman in Trinidad and Tobago. I am a father in Trinidad and Tobago. I am a citizen of our country, and it ain't getting better no time soon. I am not asking you, I am telling you. There is no plans. The road are getting better. There's laws and legislations in place and nobody is getting whole. But I'm talking about information. Gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering. I think one of these days they'll gather a stroke. I want to hear next big joke. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has accused former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffiths of corruption and complete mishandling of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Firearm Users License FUL system. The most set of FUL give out to businessmen and individuals in this country is under the former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffiths. You know why? Gary understood the need for businessmen and individuals to protect themselves. Call a good night.
Mr. Saeed, great program as usual. Mr. Saeed, this man feels he could put down PR, he could use PR on everybody in this country. The whole country is stupid and foolish. This thing what he called now about vetting, he already saturated the police service, saturate the public service, saturate the national security service with criminals, and now we come in to say he go fix the problem. Man, give me a break. And to Reverend Erla Christopher, that Reverend Erla Christopher expect nothing good from she, but she praying and God answer she pray, because when you look and see what police officers doing in this country, you see police officers slapping people, they slapping out with their phone. Police officer going to buy phone in drug block. So God really answered this lady prayers. She have to look inside within the police service and see where the problem is, where the gangs and criminals are. And she boss Idi Amin big brother Rowley said it, that the police service have criminals, the parliament have criminals, and throughout the national security apparatus have criminals. So Ola, your work, half your work done. Thank you very much, Mr. Said. Keep up the great work you are doing.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, listen to the Prime Minister.
Let me quote the leader of the gang. Giving citizens the right to access legal arms to defend themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, in Trinidad and Tobago, citizens already have the legal right to apply for, to be screened, and some, not all, receive firearms. But we do not subscribe to the principle that if there's money to be made in FUL, that we give out as much FUL as possible. Enrich yourself by giving everybody a gun. That same Mr. G-String there, I asked him one day, talking to him as head of the National Security Council, I said to him, do you think it is proper for a man who is on a rape charge to have a firearm? He hesitated because he knew exactly what I was saying. And then he answered. He said, no, no, Prime Minister, no, no, no. And I left it there because I happened to have known that he had granted a firearm to a person who was on a rape charge and a number of other criminal charges. When he embarked upon his political mission and misadventure, you know what he was telling the media? And what he says with his lying mouth? That I told him to go and take away Duke firearm. The man is a liar.
So Trinidad and Tobago, businessmen in Trinidad and Tobago right now cannot get firearm. You know why? Even though we are qualified as business people, we cannot get a gun to protect ourselves. We have to pay a security firm to protect us. You want to hear more Bacchanal? Listen to this next video.
This country is awash with ammunition and arms to go with it. And I distinctly recall, I was shocked. I was in Tobago one weekend and I saw this big advertisement in the newspaper for assault weapons. And I immediately called the minister to ask, are we giving people assault weapons as their personal protection units? The minister said no, because as far as I'm concerned, that is not government policy. But the policy had been so changed surreptitiously that dealers were getting permission to import into this violent society as many guns as they can, and millions of rounds of ammunition were being made available. And I have absolutely no doubt that a significant amount of the ammunition that were approved to come into this country through legal means are ending up in the hands of the criminals of Trinidad and Tobago. But the one thing that is not in short supply is bullets. And when you ask yourself, what exactly was the Commissioner of Police doing, granting one dealer permits to bring in 20 million rounds of ammunition? Is this Beirut? Is this Gaza? Is this Yemen?
Now I'm going to tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. That was the words of the Prime Minister. Now I'm going to tell you something. In Trinidad and Tobago, we have more illegal firearms in the hands of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago than legal firearms. Presently, we are hearing now bandits going into homeowners' homes, and some of them who have firearms, they are backing off their firearms. This is Gaza. You know why? We have more guns on the streets than in the hand of legal persons. You know why? Because they cannot get the legal gun. That's what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we are going to hear Griffith Spur over TTPS FUL corruption after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com. and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now, you all heard the Prime Minister concerning the Griffith FUL corruption. Now, we are going to hear Griffith's side. Listen to this. Griffith said, the PM claims were all lies and challenged the PM to provide evidence for the allegations he made about legal firearms getting into the hands of criminals. How much police leave their firearm in vehicles and went all over and come back and meet their car broken into and lost their firearm? How much police officer that happened to? Jeez, nobody wants to answer that one. Griffith asked the PM to go to the police station and report it, and if what he is said is not true, the police should charge him for wasting police time. He also added that the PM was not given names and dates to when incidents took place, and he continues to say these things in hope that people would believe it. Listen to this.
On what grounds do you have that? What evidence? What names? Nothing at all. So you just make up something without any facts. And let me tell you, 6, if it is if it is so easy for criminals to get automatic weapons, you think they need to go by a legal firearm dealer who brought in legitimate ammunition to have to get it from them? If it's so easy to get an illegal weapon, you will get the illegal ammunition, you will get the ammunition outside as well. Any citizen who has an automatic weapon would have broken the law, so that is impossible. Fitzgerald Hines also lied even a few months ago when he did an interview and said that we were allowing component parts to be brought in to change semi-automatic to automatic. That was a lie. And so, and again, if it is that claims were being made that people were being bribed, I asked Keith Rowley, you made that comment, go to the police station and report it. And if it is that what you said is not true, the police should charge you for wasting police time. Because you can't be saying people are doing this, you're not giving names, you're not giving dates, you're not giving incidents when it took place. So you continue to say things in the hope that people will believe it.
Now that is Gary's side in defending himself. So listen to this bacchanal now. Police Commissioner Earl Haywood Christopher have been ordered by a High Court judge to decide by May 16, 2024 whether 33 firearm users license will be granted to their applicant. Imagine businessmen in Trinidad and Tobago or 33 applicants who applied for firearm. They had to carry the Commissioner of Police to court. How come the Prime Minister is saying nothing about that? How come Fitzgerald Hines has said nothing about that? Hey, don't worry, no side will bring the news to all you. The High Court also ruled that the Commissioner must pay the applicant the cost of the judicial review application as well as the application for leave to file the proceedings. So you hear the Commissioner of Police have to pay for that now? Hey, y'all come now, Trinidad, to be all talk now. We are here, the head of Security Council saying nothing about that. We are here, Fitzgerald Hines saying nothing about that. Hey, the court found that Commissioner's reasons for the delay in granting the FULs to the claimant were unreasonable, just like she didn't have no plan for 100 days. The Commissioner's legal team claimed that during the COVID, the amount of FUL applications to be processed around 50,000. How much? Hey, come to Tobago. 50,000 applicants. And out of 50,000 applicants, 33 people couldn't get a gun. Licensed firearm. And they want to talk? Talk now. Give me something to talk. And an audit into the firearm unit caused delay. Benny, a 33-year-old doubles vendor, took Commissioner to court along with 27 other claimants, claiming that the cop failed, neglected, and refused to decide on granting FUL despite them satisfying all legal requirements. So if you meet and match all legal requirements, what was the delay? What was the delay? Come now, Ola, say something. Hey, you know what an embarrassment is that to Trinidad and Tobago? The Commissioner of Police is before the court, and the judge in the court finds that the reason that the Commissioner of Police given is unreasonable. You know what kind of shame is that? Let me tell you something. After receiving notification that their provisional application was successful, they undertook the required training and were granted certificate of competence, which means they're good to go. They then submitted their certificate to the firearm section of TTPS as required. The claimants have all been awaiting 22 months to 35 months for the granting of their FUL. Sought relief claims that the Commissioner refused to make a decision was unlawful. Only here, 50 applicants. Let me tell you something. If these 50 applicants now decide to carry the Commissioner of Police to court, that is a bigger embarrassment to the Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago. With us being the 6th country, ranking among hundreds of countries to have the most set of crime, what do you think the Commissioner of Police is supposed to do? Not grant business people firearms to protect themselves? Huh? The courts, the judge, the magistrate had to find the Commissioner of Police reason for not granting them unreasonable. Hey, you know what a shame, what kind of shame we're going through right now? You know what kind of shame is this? It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a heck of a thing, yes? Now, several other persons have filed similar legal claims in years gone by. It's sad. It's sad. So we're switching gears a bit. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines claimed that questionable practice took place during the COVID-19 pandemic where Gary Griffith was police commissioner. He stated that the government had implemented a state of emergency, SOE, as a strategy, let me say the proper word, strategy to reduce the spread of COVID-19 by restricting the movement of people. As a government minister, Hines said he got a pass to allow him to move around in public while COVID-19 regulation and the SOE were in effect. He claimed that during the pandemic, some 22,000 COVID-19 vehicle passes were issued, while Griffith was copped, and these passes were being sold in South Trinidad for $5,000 each. Let's listen to this.
So I hear he talking about state of emergency. I say, what? We declared a state of emergency on the 15th of May 2021 because of COVID. It lasted for 6 months. I was Minister of National Security at that time. I expected the police service and the law enforcement platform to carry out some serious targeted strikes during those, led by nothing. On the other hand, when I inquired for that 6 months, you know they issue state of emergency passes, right? To allow certain parliamentarians and people to go about their business, although it's because we finished in parliament late and so on. When I check for the 6 months, it's 22,000 demand issued, you know. That is 3,666 a month, you know. You hear the number? Beast, you know. A month, you know. And I understand what happened here because I was told at that time, I don't know, somebody told me that these passes were being sold in South for $5,000 each. You know, we just corrupt everything in Trinidad.
So Fitzgerald Hines, you had the evidence. As the man who sat next to you is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago said he needed evidence. You had the evidence. What did you do? What did you do? Tell Trinidad and Tobago, what did you do? If you had the evidence, knowing our pass was sold for $5,000, what did you do as the Minister of National Security? How come you in charge? The man after you, who's supposed to be investigating that? Come now, Fitzgerald Hines. Hines, say something. Hines, say something. How you call that? Mouth bragging. Now, you said mount up to 22,000 passes. I will tell you something. How much workers are there in the Media Association in Trinidad and Tobago? Listen to this video.
You see the fellow who I just talked, the noisy little half-educated, egotistic, narcissistic little noise maker? While he was commissioner, and the Prime Minister has already told us that was the biggest mistake that he has ever made. But one man's trouble is another man's thing, because I can tell you, one of my biggest achievements as far as I'm concerned was to see the back of Gary Griffith as Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago. They could say what they want. Because while he was Commissioner for 3 short, dirty years, he granted close to 8,000 firearm licenses. And that meant plenty guns of all descriptions. That meant more guns and more licenses than all the other police commissioners add up together since independence.
Hey, I have plenty to tell you about this, you know, but we out of time for tonight. You see tomorrow night? Tomorrow night will be a heated Wednesday right here on Real Talk. So viewers, it was a pleasure being here. Remember, tune in tomorrow night, which will be Wednesday night. Wednesday will be the 24th of January. Tune in, and we're going to hear some bacchanal. I must say, good night to you.